Hey everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with paper roses. We're going to do a little bit of watercoloring and some more heat setting. And we are going to feature the Helena, however you can say that, floral butterfly clear stamp set. So it could, again, it could be said both ways, and I apologize. I'm horrible with names. So we are going to stamp our image on a piece of watercolor cardstock. This is my Canson XL watercolor paper, and this has been cut to 4 and 5 1/4, I believe. And we are going to stamp this in VersaFine Black. Now, I stamped this multiple times. I stamped it about 4 times because I really wanted a good impression. I'm going to use my clear embossing powder and I'm going to heat set that. Now, I'm really going to make sure that this is heated up. I do not suggest anybody to do that with your hand. Only I can do that. Okay, because your heat gun gets really hot. But that's how I test my heat gun. Please don't do what I do. I taped down, I know you all are like, oh my God, she's taping something down. I am. Because I am going to be adding a lot of water. I'm using my Mission Gold watercolors. And I want to create a rainbow. So I'm dropping in a yellow, an orange, and then I'm going to move into a red, and then I'm going to go into a deeper red. And you can see, while it looks like the watercolor dripped, I'm actually forcing that drip. I'm actually going in a straight line with the colors, and then I'm dabbing as I go down and squiggling. I'm shaking my hand as I bring that brush down off of the image just to get those drips. Because again, I have this taped down. I have it taped down to my work surface, the entire work surface. Now, if I would have taped this down onto a separate piece of wood or glass or anything like that, then I would have been able to tip that up. But remember, I heat emboss this. So I have some barriers that are going on. I wouldn't be too sure of how those colors would have gone. Would they have gone in a straight line? Would they have gone the way that I wanted them to? So we can create our own drips. Just bring that down and just tap your brush down and let it splat. And that's what I did. Here, I'm just picking up some of the color. Remember, watercolor does dry back, but I put a very concentrated amount on this piece. And I wanted to make sure to see the vibrancy of that stamped image. I love this image. The one side of the butterfly and then the other side with the florals. It's absolutely gorgeous. I am adding now some splatters in the same colors that I used going across this panel. So very grungy, but with a rainbow. I am a fan of the grunge look, but hey, we can put a rainbow to anything and it still looks great. When you pull back your tape, whether you're using painter's tape or washi tape, you always want to make sure that you're pulling it back on itself, or else it will tear your watercolor paper. Because I let that dry there, it went flat. So I don't have warping at all, even though I did have a little bit when I heat set it. So putting that water on there and watercoloring helped flatten it back out. I'm using my double-sided 2-inch tape by Uline. It's an extremely strong tape, and I always use it when I watercolor. It will also help flatten that panel out when I put it on my card base so my card base doesn't coil. Used my tape runner, put that onto the black mat that is cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I've placed that on my standard A2 size card base, which will be top folding. I am using the Hello Fine Script sentiment die, and I popped that on vellum with the cloud, and I'm using black cardstock for the hello. I'm going to add some black gems. These are by Studio Katia, and I'm just placing those around my image, again making them like splatters, part of that splatter that came off of the butterfly. I'm then going to come in with my Sparkle pen by Spectrum Noir. Put that on top of the hello. And you can see on this yellow piece of cardstock here, the scrap, I put a little bit of glossy accents. This is a very dainty sentiment. I would have gotten the glossy accents all over. So I just put a little bit down on a piece of scrap cardstock, and I'm using a fine paintbrush, and I'm putting that on top. We can paint with our glossy accents. Have water right next to you with that brush, because the moment you're done painting with it, get it in water. It will ruin your brushes because it will dry absolutely hard. I hope you enjoyed today's project. Colorful, but with a little bit of grunge. Again, the two can be combined at any time. Products I use will be listed down below. And if you have any questions, please leave those down below, and I'm sure someone will get back to you as soon as possible. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and make sure you hit the bell so that you're notified when the next video is live here on the channel. Enjoy your space, enjoy your craft time, and enjoy the art that you create most of all. But always remember what's most important. Always be creative, and I'll talk to you in the next one, guys. Take care.